There we go, I was looking for just the right tune to start us off on. So good morning and welcome back. It is high time we finished Rostov. It's been a very fun campaign for me. But today it's got to end. We're going to perfect our Hansa, and essentially it's just clean up around here. England's got to die a horrible death. Scotland has got to be fed what they have right here in Ireland. Ugh. And probably a wee bit of the English Channel to stop that node from draining me too hard, because we relocated over to Lubeck, as well we should. It hurt us financially pretty heavily actually, because a lot of it is hemorrhaging out to the English Channel node. We'll deal with that. Unfortunately it's going to be delayed because Ottomans decided to launch a campaign against Hungary and their ally England. Sincerely doubt they're going to give anything of value to us, but hey, stranger things have happened. We'll ride that course out, smooth out our borders, but then the real challenge is going to be puffing out our chest and smashing the Ottomans to pieces, which, yeah, the Ottomans have gotten pretty much their historical borders here. Looks like it to me. Well, that's going to be future Jake's problem. Not too far into the future, mind. So we'll do that, and then once this campaign is done and dusted, I've got a wonderful session of Grimoire awaiting me. But that's in the future. Let's deal with the now. We were having manpower problems, we were trying to save a bit of dough, but we're thrust back into war, against our own desires, of course. Now, what to do with our units? I'm thinking of just crushing England in London, and moving over some extra units to help deal with the island. Not really wanting to be too invested here on the mainland, that is the Ottomans' job. However, I actually don't want the Ottomans winning too hard in this war, because it's come to the point where I actually want to keep a leash on them, rather than having them go utterly mental. So we're going to get probably a single monthly tick on our two-deckers to get them fully functional. Go and ship some more people over to the island and do what we can here. So best thing is just to unpause and see what the game has for us. Then immediately pause when you realize there are alerts to be taken care of. Such as there are conversions to be done, and I always want to get those done. Decisions, nothing that I think we care about. No indulgence for us, thanks. Teching, we've got a 5% extra cost, but it'll be a while, I think, before we're going to be going for the next institution, so why don't we just get them all while we're here. I do like extra trade efficiency, that much is for sure, although I do also like trade ideas. I'm halfway torn, but only halfway. Let's get those trade ideas. Yeah, let's get both those trade ideas. The money should be pretty sweet. And I want those extra states. 5 of them, in fact, and we've got a whole bunch of them here that honestly we should have made a while back, because that's part of the reason that we're hemorrhaging money over here, at least the way I read it. I want to state especially the provinces that have tons of trade power. Hamburg is a big part of that, as is Shelland, and I'd probably also want Lubeck, although I only have one province of it right here, don't I? We got Rostov as well. Yeah, sounds about right to me. Let's have that money come on in. Don't want to go too overboard with these, because I have a lot of land and a whole lot of it is not stated. And I think if I wanted to core all of this, well, I doubt I even have the, well, I'll be damned, I can. We'll get it done. I want that no autonomy around here, or at least as little as we can, because I've really got to make the most of this, to the point where it's probably even worth sticking the burghers over here, get them that extra influence, that extra happiness, and most of all that extra trade power, so that we can just milk this place. Might even do the same for Hamburg. I mean, the burghers deserve it, right? Well, I would if I had the admin to do so. Right, never mind that. I need to care about my ships getting repaired, making our way over to Hungary to take that so the Ottomans cannot, and dealing with the island. The point where I think I'll have you guys together. You go and crush the English, and make your move on Landen. I would like to get an admiral for you as well, but you cannot win them all. Get over there. Preferably after you've deposited the injured fleets. Hopefully nobody tries to stop us, because the English Navy It's probably not as powerful as ours, but I'm not willing to take too many chances. It'll be a while before the Ottomans can really make their move on Hungary, so I want to get my own units in there as well. Let's do the best we can here. And okay, our incredibly average heir, Fedor, is busy doing stuff for us. Dr. Afdish, the truly splendid, hopefully he lives long and prospers. He is the one leading us through our golden age after all. Jeez, the English armies are a joke. And they're not laughing. Okay, we can make our move on London quite easily, but there's no point just allowing the English free roam to recruit in their own lands here. So down they go. So it's a lovely Saturday morning. The intention was to do this on Friday night, but I came home, I went to sleep, and then I woke up. Okay, I didn't notice those guys there. Glad we have an army. Forget that previous idea then, we're on our way to London. Truce with Scotland is over, but I highly doubt they're going to be attacking us over anything. Ah, the accursed English. They're dealing with France at the very least. Hopefully they still don't have those badass generals. Okay, so I'm not too fussed with fighting Hungary right now. I'm more fussed with taking this delicious land that belongs to us. Then again, the Hungarians could get in our way if we're trying to split up and take all this. And I don't think the Ottomans are in a position to be crushing them right now. Then again, my manpower is a bit to shreds. So it's a tricky choice. Onwards to the island, I want to take this over. I should probably tell my good ally, the Ottoman, that pretty much all of this belongs to me. With a bit of luck, he'll fork it on over. I can't say that I want this stuff, I think, because good old Scotland wants it. Oh, doesn't he just. Well, who knows, might even give it to Scotland then. Cowardly England. Wait, what? I don't recall telling you guys to move, but I guess I did. I'm not interested in losing those heavies that I spent so long making. Thankfully they can hold out for quite a while. Get away. Ah well, typical mistake that I would make right there. Let's get those siege abilities on us, because I want to take as much of this as possible and prevent the Ottomans from taking it themselves. That's right, we're such a good ally, but we need our friends the Ottomans to not be making such moves. So how about we do this little thing where we hold Somerset. That's right, let's just leave a small token army here so they can't be insta-gibbed, and then the rest of us head over to Somerset and kill the English. I'm not a monster. But these guys have got to be dealt with. Now it's October. I think I can get myself an admiral, and I do want one because I do want to crush more of the English navy, but that'll be difficult with our half-arsed naval abilities. That's right, go and kill them. Make my day. And then once you guys are together, wow, they got a unit all right there. Okay, so here we are in Hungary. It is very tempting to go and smash him, but more to the point is preventing our friend the Ottoman from taking land here. Of course, the Hungarians will finish that up and probably smash our units, so I need to pay at least a little bit of attention to that. I'll occupy Somerset while I'm here. I will probably definitely enjoy Tula getting a bit more. I even knew where that was. Comes under their control. Well, why not? Base manpower is good after all. And can I get that admiral of mine? Because I'd really quite like one. Yoink. Could also get some extra Diplo out of them, which would be very nice. But they're not my biggest fan right now. I want that money. Okay. He's nay too shabby, actually. That extra maneuver will certainly allow me to get a lot more engaged with enemy fleets. The question is, where are the enemy fleets? I don't have the answer to that right now, but by Jove, I will someday. Okay. And there's another concern. We do have quite a few rebels wanting to pop up because we're still in the stage of trying to core a bunch of our land. But that's okay. Killing rebels is simply what I do. Just head on over there and slaughter them. That English defense is pretty good. So we get the occupations here. I would quite like to have it there as well. Like, I really don't want to spare anything to the Ottomans if I can avoid it. And that looks good. The Ottomans are moving in to engage against the Hungarians. It also gives me a good opportunity to suss out the Ottoman strength. Kind of splitting up heavily here, but that's okay. I mean, he wouldn't engage in that battle if he didn't think he could manage it, right? He wouldn't be so foolish. Speaking of being foolish and doing such things, let's go and kill the English. Dr. Afdish's not son, brother, right? Well, unless he's a real go-getter. Some sort of relation, I'm sure. Okay, the Ottomans are kind of falling off, but that's because we're getting towards the late game. Well, it's my hope that they somewhat fall off, but I still want them to win that battle. Thankfully for us, I think Perm is going to come on in and show them what's for. There we go, just blast the English into space. Wow, that's a very bad day to be English. A very bad day. Don't know where they're going to run to. Probably Kent, because it's somewhere that they can actually go to be somewhat safe. But we'll try and track them down. Meanwhile, you folks should probably deal with Ireland, because they would most likely try to regroup there. As in, make some new armies or sail them over there. Heretics get dealt with on the double in my world. They're going to move over there and enjoy fighting us. Okay, thanks to the help of Perm, those guys are going down. And they shouldn't have very far to run to. In fact, they're going to run right there, and we'll have a battle, and it should be a stack wipe in our favor. And we will have total control of this area, so I can focus more on the English. If only I knew where all their fleets were. Okay, so I think they are running over here to Ireland. But we could actually deal with them in Ayrshire if we get there fast enough with the right people. That was just the stack wipe the doctor ordered. Okay, alternatively they're going to go over to Gwynedd, which is also okay. We'll merge you guys up with them, split up, and then figure out a home for everybody. What do I need here exactly? It takes a huge amount to siege down London, sadly. All the sadder knowing that the attrition is going to eat me right when I'm trying to deal with my horrific lack of units. But Fitkinamindi, well, we can blow the English up. It's about as far as it goes here. Even if you have 100% war participation, Ottomans probably won't give you anything if they can't take any land themselves. Probably. But that's the Ottomans' problem. I kind of forgot about this. Of course, they took those two provinces, which are some pretty good provinces at that. Okay, the English are just being blown away. No, Scotland, you can't handle it. The English fleet's everywhere. And I want to take care of them in a very not friendly to them manner. Okay, they really brought in the trade fleets. Now, where are those English going now? Probably back to Cornwall. Just in time for General Vlad to fail us. Okay, well, forget fighting you guys. They're just so much faster than me. But all the while, our occupation goes swimmingly. So they get involved. I'm going to pull my own transports out of there, because I'm not keen on losing any. And then they just flee from our heavies, which is good news for me. Okay, I should fight with at least somebody. Ah well. The English will never last here. Oh, of course, didn't expect that. There was another fort there. Well, typical of me. Now I want Hamburg cordon up, and I want it to get all the trade power we can give it. So there you go, Burgerman. And that should hopefully strengthen our grasp on Lubeck, and it certainly does. I think the next thing up is to, since I probably forgot to do this long ago, issue an embargo to England to stop them being so horrible to us. Savoy and Aragon are also our rivals. They're not really getting involved in our trade in Lubeck, though. God, Jake, I want to see those attrition losses at the end of the war. Well, I'm probably going to forget to check, but already... 20,000 or so. That's not too bad, and it's mostly... oh, it's mostly us. Oh well, what can you do? We are the ones doing all the work here, obviously. 65% war participation. And they all fall down. Look, I know you've got siege, but where I really need siege is over here on London. Well, yeah, London also needs 25 cannons, which we're not currently giving it. So there you go, get your extra siege, get your extra cannons, make me proud, we're even blockading the place. Done and done. Sure, there are other people that want to rise up though. Do you have economic ideas? So people might wonder what the ideas are. We're going for very Hanseatic ideas. It's a defensive pact after all. We had good influence, great quality goods, economic, obviously, and trade and naval, because, hey, we've got to rule the seas to protect our trade routes, right? He's really cheesing me off with that blockade. I am going to forgo my... oh no, the transports can take care of the blockading here. But it looks like you are probably going to come and ruin my day as well, so... Pop, pop goes those navies. This is all fine though. Losing loads of money is not very fine, but whatever makes boyars happy. Is that truly better than losing stability though? It's 2,000 ducats. I got plenty of stability. 2,000 ducats. I ain't losing 2,000 ducats. I demand 2,000 ducats. I have burgers. Okay, they're not about to be giving us anything here. 100 Diplo would be nice, but I like my money. Perhaps we should go and finish these guys off for good. You guys can take care of Cornwall, and then once you're done there, we do finally need to take care of Ireland. Let's clean this place up. That's what I think of you and your pathetic blockades. Let's get back to our own pathetic blockade. Jake, I noticed a bug in East Asia. If you're East Asian, you colonize a trade company region in Asia, you still get the malice that the new colonies don't have your culture. Okay. Hey, it's the weekend. I'm trying not to care about that. And I usually succeed. Okay, got a whole load of light ships ready, although they could be more ready. You guys are way outdated, so I want you back in port and upgraded. So we get nothing but heavy frigates. It's good to chase down and destroy the enemy navy, especially when I have this enormous engagement width, courtesy of that leader maneuver. Gotta make it count. So Hungary's in a bad spot. Hell, everyone that isn't me is in a bad spot. Well, probably not the Ottomans, but let's not worry about that for now. That's future Jake's problem, although it is quite a problem. Wonderful. Although I picked up a bunch of useless ships. Some frigates, some heavy frigates. We'll just have you back and repairing for now, although any of you that are not so good, I guess, could be upgraded. Might be nice, even though it puts us over the naval force limit. Huh? It's better than I remember, probably because we stated all this awesome land. Lunenburg will also core you up to make you full core. No particular need to, but we're doing it anyway. And boy, these guys don't quit. All is pretty well for us. Especially that massive contribution that we're doing to the war. With a bit of luck, France will get utterly wiped out here. That would certainly make me happy. Otherwise... there we go. At least I know we got the 40 stack here. Oh, okay, it's just 4,000. We'll have it down. I mean, they might run to Limerick, which is the most logical place for them to run to. But it's 4,000 cavalry. In fact, this is going to be brutally unfair to them. They do nothing in the fire phase. And as we all know, that's the phase that comes first. I do have somewhere to run to, though. Or strafe to, so it seems. I don't think it's worth our time really investing in sieging that stuff down. But there's a lot of things that I don't know. Now, the Ottomans, they do want this land. I'm just hoping that they give me some stuff as well. I don't have overextension. I have every reason to be taking it. London will fall eventually, with or without my heavy fleet's help, but we'd be in a better place to actually help out there. Just want to crush some English navies. The Ottomans are well on the move. They want Calais. Oddly enough, I also want Calais, but Swamp Germany wants it as well. If we take it, I could always give it to them. And you just became a naval engineer. You get us repaired faster. Well, I don't think that's going to be totally necessary. But let's have a bit of it anyway. Also, we grabbed more useless ships. Oh, quite a lot more useless ships. But didn't I used to have 33 of my 2 days? Oh yeah, of course, there are the ones that are still there. It's a slaughter. It's also a good way to get some free ships, if I cared about that sort of stuff. Sopron is down, courtesy of me, of course. And everything else is just going fine. I've got a whole bunch of ships over here. Now I care about that, and I want to collect them all in one place. And that one place will be Adventure Island, seems fitting. It's almost scary when things are going smoothly like this. Almost like it shouldn't be happening. There's a whole English navy there that's going to need to die very shortly. Boy, am I bad at sorting everything out. Transports in one place, lights in the other, please. So Austria has given up money. London is down, so their fleet's about to die. And something else is about to die as well. Yeah, if we actually send the right guys for a change. You folks need to go there. You're also that 10,000 short. Plenty of supply to be had. And I'm really not worried about Cork and Connaught. Maybe I should make the effort, but level 8 forts, just not my cup of tea. I'd rather just sit there and drink that whole 1% attrition. Yeah, why even drink that? Why not just take a step back? It's not like we're going to retake these provinces since I'm standing on them. Also means they can't be taken in the war since we don't occupy anything around there, but what you going to do? And what will we do? We certainly... Okay, I was going to say we certainly made a dent in their naval, but I don't think we did. Kick London out of the bridge. Like into the airlock. Ho-hum. Well, don't know what our units are going to do, but we can at least sit down and feel happy with ourselves right here. And I got all these guys. I wouldn't mind escorting them around out of this danger. Interestingly enough, there's a shipyard here. And a dry dock. Don't care so much about that, but the shipyard ensures that the guys that need repairing will get done so faster. There we go. England are... Well, surely not keen on staying in this war. Well, they are. Hot damn. That will change, of course, over time, but for now they're pretty unhappy. Scotland make their move on Cork, and we just sit back and laugh. As well we should. Sadly, the English are really putting up the fight on the mainland, but we can just relax. There's nothing for us to worry about. Let's just get our extra merchants and roll in as much money as humanly possible. It's real sad that the English Channel takes away a lot from Lubeck, but we still should do what we can to get the most into Lubeck. It all is flowing this way as we want it to. I could probably drain some from Crimea, and I could also probably drink from Saxony and or the Rhineland. Rhineland has a lot more to offer. And we could probably pull out a fair bunch, because otherwise it's going to help our enemies over there. So let's do exactly that. Bring it up over to Lubeck, please. Now normally you'd get all these extra bonuses, and indeed we do. 10%, 10%, 10%. All those people that push trade for us really helping us out. 10, 20... There should be a couple of 5s wanting to help us out as well, but whatever. Let's pull back a bit. Yeah, one thing I haven't checked in a wee while are our metropolitans. We have a few that we can add here. We're not scared of extra state maintenance, but I do like getting that extra patriarchal authority. Helps with the conversions, of course, keeps that unrest down, and it's that manpower that I want. Boy, do I want it. You can also collect in the channel, Jake. You got 30-something% there. Yeah, I do have a fair chunk. It is an idea. We'll probably make me tons of money as well. Let's see what the Rhineland did for us. A whole load of not much. It's probably a better idea to collect, as you say. Well spotted. We'll have a look at what that does to our trade income. It goes from 111 to... dum-de-dum... 132. And we get some extra effects. Really good effects at that. Oh, damn. You know, if it weren't so thematically correct to have our main trading port over in Lubeck, I would definitely move it over to the English Channel, because that's where the money is made. But we'll make do with what we have. At least our manpower is going up. Now I should have a 5 stack here. Join up with them, as do you, and the rest of you guys. Pull back a bit, preferably to somewhere with force limit, or supply limit rather, and we're pretty good. We'd be better if we were making more money, but you can't get everything. Mega Distance says, and when you think Rostov was one province, yeah, weren't those the days? But long gone. There's a whole bunch of people I really want to destroy, but they're all in a coalition against me, at least the ones I immediately want to fight. And I'm not so keen on fighting coalitions. We can let that burn out. I just want the Hungarians to not give it all up to the Ottomans. That's for us to have. Of course, I can't suddenly say that I want it because, well, you know. Savoy need to die. Again, they're in the coalition against us. But if there were somebody that I could threaten war against that would scare them off, that would break them out of the coalition. And I would like to bully Muscovy some more because Perm deserves more land. Not that we're in much of a position to complain, everything goes smoothly for us. Of course, is there anybody else to kick out of this war? It seems like it's just England, who are going to get more and more scunnered with this war. War exhaustion doesn't tick up very fast on very hard mode because the AI gets debuffed to it. I really don't want to expend the everything to get these forts sieged up. The attrition would be unpleasant. Still, as time goes on, it's mostly an advantage for us. The only disadvantage is that our golden age will eventually come to an end. I want to make the final fight more fun if the Ottomans take all of that Hungarian land. Yeah, probably fun for you. Almost certainly. Wonder if Bremen's worth stating up. It's another estuary within this wonderful node. The land is up and raving as usual. Let's get on that, shall we? Your brother or son or whoever can go and deal with that. Or the Ottomans can, that makes me all the happier. Come on, Jake, when have you cared about attrition? Look, Scotland's being a champ and they're going for it for me. Okay, I am not having anything hurt my poor subject Nitra. So you guys just get away. How many times am I going to make that mistake? I'm thinking every time. Ever since I started using C for confirming dialogue boxes, the trouble is it's also linked to detaching artillery. Someday the ability to assign hotkeys, bring the game into the... bring it into the 20th century. I'm pretty desperate for getting more mill the way we're looking forward. Discipline guy might not even be what we want. Let's jam down on that land maintenance because our discipline is fine currently. England's individual war score is only -10. That's not easy to take much. Thankfully the Ottomans are working on that over in Normandy. But we got very little to worry about. I just like to be at peace, I think. Got another stack here. I think I was planning on making it into a full-fledged stack, but the army force limit gets in the way of that somewhat. Okay, I am kind of drinking my sailors with all these guys sitting out doing not much. I want all of you guys over there in Yorkshire. Hopefully no pesky British Navy comes to ruin my day. Speaking of navies coming to ruin my day, what do you think you're doing? On the 23rd of July, you're going to be landing in Cornwall. Well, I know just the guy to deal with you. You try to run, you try to hide. It's not good enough. Well, let's hope my limited number of heavies are good enough. Wow, we took like 500 to kill 11,000. We have better morale, we have much better engagement width, we have a much better admiral. I want to see what a good naval fight against England looks like, because it's not something you see often. Or at least often enough. Oh damn. I should probably feel bad about that. I don't, but I probably should. We grabbed a war galleon, which I really don't want. So that can just be scuttled. Otherwise, we've got a whole bunch of other things. How is that? Yeah, we are going over and aboard here. Don't need extra transports. But I will bring you guys all together on Yorkshire. Jeez, almost feeling sorry for them. Jake, in your army, how many of them are merc scum? If we check that on our payments here, absolutely nobody is merc scum. I'm liking what's happened to our money, though. It's looking, how you say, excellent. What I'm not happy with is how the Burgundians apparently have so much power here. All they have are 4 provinces, so where do they get that influence? No, really, where are they getting that from? They receive Lübecker trade power. That only brings more questions. Okay, so Lübeck is transferring trade power to Burgundy. So when I crush Lübeck, which I will as soon as I get out of that pesky coalition, then all will be well. I should probably be using my diplomats for more than I currently am. But what you gonna do? I guess I can have one more of them assigned to... Oh, you're not even on anything. You're just making Swamp Germany happier. Okay, well, all those angry countries, let's make them less angry. And Swamp Germany is happy enough, so we'll bring you back. Just delete outdated trade ships you capture, but I actually want trade ships right now, which may confuse and scare you, but I have something that resembles a plan right now. So I want you guys all together, okay? Now we're gonna sail you down here. Kill anything you come across on the way. And I mean it, really kill anything. Polish separatists, we don't care, they were in that fort's zone of control. I also don't really care that I'm paying for all these forts right now. Our economy is sound. And hey, I'm glad I took that stab hit earlier because yeah. Now, the English are really trying hard to take Paris. I mean, they've tried for a long time and failed. I thought that province was sound. Favorite colo, Jake? I have no idea what a colo is. Okay, so now that we are here, it's time to take our light ships and tell them to privateer right here in Constantinople. You know why? Because the Ottomans are disgustingly ahead of me in income, and I can't be tolerating that. Now, since Constantinople is so dominated by them, our own... Oh, you guys are scared by the war and you're staying back home, right? No, it's because you have to repair from that previous thing. Okay, well that did in the impact of all that. Let's get our fighting ships back home to earn more fight money. Color, Jake, I mistyped. Probably green. Like grass green. And not dried up crappy grass green, actual grass. Probably worth upgrading the ones that aren't fully done in. So I will pay for that, even though it's expensive. And then I'll detach the damaged ones, and then yeah, well, once you're done with all that, I want you to protect trade. No, not protect trade. What am I thinking? I want you to privateer right here. Oh, damn, they joined up with the other ones immediately and then went back to repair. Ah, but they're too scared. Too damn scared. Well, I guess, to be fair, the enemy does have a whole load of ships, but surely they wouldn't come out here. And hopefully we'll make a bit of a splash here. There we go. How much money does that make us? A reasonable amount, 13 ducats. And each of you cost, wherever you are. Yeah, where in the world did they get away to? Each of them cost 0.08. So even 100 of them would only cost 8 ducats, so they make a decent amount. And what's more, they take a chunk out of the Ottoman money, so I'm happy with that. The Ottomans probably aren't going to be very happy with all the pirating I do with them, so I should probably make sure that those relations stay pretty good. Green for dollar. Nonsense, I don't know why you would think that. Also, I don't know why Swamp Germany would think to engage with that stack. What are we fighting here? Nothing important, because they're already dead. Dead excited to get extra trade steering. Caravan power won't matter, and honestly the merchants won't matter much either, but we're doing what we do. I wonder just how angry they're going to get at all the pirating. Probably very angry, but that's okay. Will you be able to keep pirating when you're at war against them? I will be able to scuttle the Ottoman Navy. It's not like they take... it would be very funny if they had. They are not taking glorious naval ideas, but we are. Alright, all is relatively well. Yeah, they're going to get more and more angry at that. Now, Paris has been knocked out of the war. Just a white piece. But that probably works to our favour. No more French getting beaten up for no good reason. It's not like we didn't see these rebellions coming. And they want to try to take... What do they want to take? Interesting, but I'm having none of it. Down you go. I'm also paying for some forts here that I really don't want to. Although, if they end up revolting, then the joke's going to be on me. Please stop eating into my limited manpower. Tell me, Scotland, why are you ruled by a Stuart with an even worse heir? I think Scotland is about to enjoy having the glorious whatever, I just hope his name is Dr. Aftish. Should be added to the pool of names by now, right? Perm, you're ruled by our glorious dynasty, as are you, Nitra. Well, glorious 215, 432. Well, it's better than 022 Stuart there, so Scotland, enjoy this. It'll make them immediately not very happy, but a lot better at everything. Holy smokes, that's good. What else can I do for poor Scotland? I suppose I could send some officers there. Could pay off their tiny amounts of debt. None of our other subjects are doing too badly. Nitra, they've got gold, they can figure it out. Otherwise, they're good. Perm has quite the army at 29,000. You've got quite the attrition there. Perhaps Anhalt would suit you better? Berlin is the place to be. What do I know? Alright, this awesome age is over. It's time for the age of revolutions. How are we looking with our... Oh god, we've got utter rubbish here. If our capital was bigger, would be better. If we had better discipline, would be even better. Okay, this is pretty awful. And I don't think we have any control over institutions. When it comes to the abilities, I want pretty much all of them. Naval engagement will actually be of use to us, so yeah, I really do want all of this. Harumph. Right, well the capital's going up to 50, that much is a given. The burghers would give us better everything if I made them happier. Sadly, all I can do would make them pretty unhappy. We're a while away from doing that. Other than developing on the burghers, they're not going to be impressed by me. Gutted. Still, we'll do what we can. Let's get that development cost right down, and don't want to use mill. We kinda need mill. Not just for this, but I also want my admin for... what the hell. 50 development capital, there we go. High discipline is not likely to happen for us. Our ideas kind of blow. I could probably take weapon quality standards and get the advisor, but it's a temporary measure. 250 development subject is unlikely to happen, very unlikely. Well, you know, I just have to feed Nitra a bit more. Oh, Swamp Germany. I can feed them, but I plan on eating them. That's a difficult choice. This isn't going to happen. We can't be Empire rank. Unless we became Russia, and that's not happening, tempting though it is. And 3-star general, well, that's a joke. The other idea is to get the institution centres. Utrecht will eventually be ours, and hey, London's going to be ours, so we need both of those. Sweet, I want London and Utrecht, and then we'll be good to go. Jakey, you're not an empire. No, we are tied to Principality, very unfortunately. Which means I need to go and slaughter Savoy. They have some half-decent friends, though, which does include England. Do England have any allies that I'm looking to fight, though? I mean, could fight Burgundy, but they're in that cursed coalition. Could fight Aragon, but I have no cheese to... cheese? Got no beef with them. I think we just gotta wait this war out. But it will end, and the English want out of it. As well they should. They are not happy bunnies. Neither are the Scots at this rate. Oh, those guys are never going to take Pale. We good. Oceans beyond privateering. Lose ducats and gain a pathetic explorer? Or lose prestige? Why would that appeal to me? Because it doesn't. Losing tax income seldom appeals to me, but what you gonna do? We're gonna keep the conversion train going. New Friesland is gone. Ming is beating up Korea. That gives me an idea. But that's a problem for future, Jake. Otherwise, things look good for us. People don't really want to rise up. Well, Scottish separatists do, but when do they not? But I am not in the interest of giving any of this land over to the Ottomans. They are really not happy with all that privateering I'm doing. Does anybody know how high that value can get? As in the amount that they hate us? Okay, war is over. What happened? Okay, well I can't help but notice I got a bunch of land and a whole bunch of favours. Tell me more. Hungary will cede the 2 provinces to the Ottomans that they wanted. England will cede Oxfordshire, Essex, Gloucestershire, Glamorganshire, Gwynedd, Norfolk, Derbyshire, all to Rostov. How unpopular is that going to make me? The answer is considerably, but knocks them out of the coalition. Hot diggity damn. Do I even have the admin for this? I didn't have the war exhaustion. Good old defender of the faith keeping us strong there. Okay, we'll need some defense over in England. That's where you two guys come in. Otherwise, the rest of you... Oh, they're still alive. I forgot they're pretenders. They don't give up so easily. There's very little point in upgrading pathetic transports. And then there's all these 2-deckers. They can just sit around. Sadly, we didn't get England. Or rather, we didn't get London. But oh, we will. I think they're getting more and more angry with me. And the Ottomans are protecting the Great Horde. Not that we have any bones to pick with them. Perhaps I will hold one of you back, because I need to be able to do diplomatic actions right about now. Let's finish you off and get the rest of you back home in time for Christmas. Now here's hoping that coalition dissolves, but it could well not. I mean, if it was going to dissolve, they would start going away now. In fact, they're entering the coalition, and for some reason the Ottomans are now guaranteeing my my targets. You know, it must be something to do with just them being mad. Because people are, sadly, not about to give up provinces. Relative strength of coalition is high, but it's not that high. I could make you give it all up. I want that province, unless you have any other things worth giving. What's it called? Solikam, yeah, there we go. Maybe not worth going for that since... I mean, it might be worth going for something worth a bit more like Shally. They say no to that, but anything else with relatively high development? I can't go for their capital, of course. Or, you know, some good buildings like a trade station. I would like Iglno. Or whatever that one's called. That's a no, but the... oh wow, we're so close on it. But Iglno is a big old no. It's only got a town hall and a ballista, but how about Chelabin? What's it? So close. So damn close. Well, many options, but looks like Iglno wins. Oh, of course Iglno was still a no. Well, then what the hell, we'll go for fancy borders. What do I care? That knocks you out of the coalition at the very least, because now we have to enjoy a truce. Is there anybody else that I can tell to soundly sod off? Or at least they should get out of that. You know, I think the Ottomans are actually trying to contain me right now. Can't even begin to imagine why they're doing that. My beloved subjects wish to be my friends. You're having none of this, though. Province is not a swamp Germany core, otherwise they just don't want to give it up at all. Jay, cut Moscow in half. Oh, cut Muscovy in half. There's no terrific advantage to doing that, so I'm not very concerned. I do want this coalition dissolved, but it's not that big of a deal. If I told my people that I want this, and Scotland might start making some claims. But is there anything else worth doing? Burgundy in France, Salzburg, Savoy, Lubeck. I'm surprised they think they've got a coalition going there. You know, it's really not that much to go and fight. And I also really want to cleave England into pieces here. London's gotta be mine. As really does Utrecht. Might as well tell the world that this is going to be mine. Just make your case clear. And I think we need this area as well. I think. I can't quite remember. No, I'm not so sure. I'm pretty actually damn sure that we don't. So don't sweat that. Well, you know, peace is good for us, especially when we can make buckets of ducats. Otherwise, we just keep on keeping on. Yeah, I do think the Ottomans are trying to send me a message. I don't know what it could be, though. People think that the pirating can go to -90. That's an odd number, not usually one that we're limited to. I'm gutted that I can't threaten war on you. If you weren't in that coalition, it would be a different story. But also, Wismar is quite a lot of relative development. Hoya, on the other hand, is not. They're allied with Burgundy and Austria. Austria is not in the coalition, but they have a lot of other big friends that I'm not interested in. Dip rep is kinda nice. Morale of navies is also kinda nice the way we go. But it's hard to argue with dip rep. As for you, you are some good old units that can come back home. And as ever, all is fairly well. Lack of institution spreading is a bit of a bummer. Really? 9JA9 says he's streaming EU4 in the morning so as few as people as possible will see it. Well, you're not wrong. There'll be Grimoire later on the weekly one-shot, and that's going to be an endurance test. Because I hear that game's not very enjoyable. I hear it's very not enjoyable. But I'm not one to back down from a challenge. We'll see just how unenjoyable it can be. I hate being scunnered by a